Gabrielle Solis walks through a solemn funeral procession, commands her husband to stop wasting their remaining cash. Carlos Solis just bought a luxury underground crypt for his mother. In the middle of the morning, Gabrielle begins to fume, complains loudly about the cost of the horse and carriage, thinks the singing priest is an unnecessary expense. But Carlos ignores the greedy remarks, wants his mother buried with the highest honor possible. Gabrielle sees the massive bill and finally snaps, realizes her dream of a gorgeous apartment is slipping away, suddenly suggests a cold-hearted solution, tells her husband to accept the plea bargain. If Carlos goes to prison, the house stays in their name. You did the crime, so you should do the time, she says, demands he be a man and protect her lifestyle. It is a shocking request to make at a mother's grave. Back at the villa, Carlos Solis starts writing an emergency list, prepares the contact info for when the roof eventually leaks, decides to surrender his freedom to the law, accepts the prison sentence just to keep the house for his wife. Gabrielle Solis watches him with a mix of guilt and relief, calls the sacrifice incredibly brave. But Carlos stops her and sets a major condition. Needs a life-altering promise before he enters a cell. Asks Gabrielle to remain faithful while he is locked away. The former model hesitates for a brief moment, then looks him in the eye and swears her loyalty. Carlos admits to being a very jealous and possessive man, knows his wife is far too beautiful to be left alone, gives one final chilling warning before the lawyers arrive, intends to hold her to that promise with everything he has. Gabrielle agrees. But the secret of her young lover still haunts the room. Now the deal is sealed. One goes to a cage, while the other stays in a palace of lies.